Welcome to your new Bishop's Managed Mac computer. In this video, we're going to cover a few tips about your use of this computer and some of the special options that are installed. You'll notice when you log in the first time that some Bishop's branding is done to the computer in terms of both the desktop background and some pre-populated icons on the dock down below. None of these changes are permanent. You can customize them any way you'd like. We've just specified a set of defaults. By default, there are two browsers installed, Safari, which comes with macOS, and Firefox has been added. The Office 2019 suite has been installed. And your primary programs, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote for those who use it, and Outlook for email. The only one of these which will require a little bit of setup is Outlook itself, which we'll cover in a separate part of this video. SelfService is a customized app store specifically for Bishops. The Mac App Store still exists on these computers and you can use them with your own Apple account, no problem. But we also provide SelfService, which is an app store where we've placed the most commonly used apps that you might use at Bishops. In this case, you'll see that Keynote numbers and pages are there. Gradually over time, we'll put other apps in here that pertain particularly to software that's best used at Bishops. We can also place in here reference documents, branded PowerPoint templates for the Bishops PowerPoint templates and things like that. You may see the contents of this app store change over time. Anything that appears in this SelfService app store does not require an Apple ID to install. So I can install Keynote on this computer simply by clicking install. It won't prompt me for any additional information. It'll just go ahead and do it. And when it's done, it'll be indicated here. Also down on the dock, you'll have the photos, news, and messages. All of the other applications that are standard on a Mac are available, and you'll find them in the applications directory on the left side of your Finder window. So all your standard Mac applications are there. In addition, you'll have a link to the applications folder right here on your dock. You'll have your downloads folder, of course. If you're a regular Mac user, you're familiar with it being there. And you'll also have your M drive, your personal network drive that is set up here at Bishops, accessible to you through this little world icon. If it's not directly connected, it may have a connection message there, and then you'll see the contents of your M drive appear right here. Some printers have been installed on your Mac by default. So if we click on Safari, for example, and we go to a web page, any old web page, so we'll just go to Yahoo, and let's say we want to print this. We will press Command P, and you'll see that the two Follow Me printer queues on campus have been added. So Follow Me Black and White, which just forces black and white printouts, and Follow Me Color, which forces color printouts. Beyond that, you can pick all of the options you'd like using the regular dialogues in macOS. So if I pick Follow Me Black and White and click Show Details, I can go in here, I can change whether I want one-sided or two-sided, how many copies, but I can also go down to the printer features, which will actually bring up the Xerox features specifically for our photocopiers, and then we can indicate that we want stapling, one staple, things like that. So you can use all the features of our photocopiers. The Follow Me printers are the only printers that will be added to Macs on campus. Follow Me is really the best way that everybody should be printing because it allows for the privacy that we're looking for. You can print all you want from your office, but nothing will actually come out on a printer anywhere. Then you just walk up to any photocopier on campus, swipe your card, and you'll be given the option to print all your documents right there and then. The only setup step that you'll need to actually manually intervene in when you get your computer in your office, your new Mac, is that you'll have to set up Outlook one time. So if we go into Outlook right now, you'll see that Outlook doesn't know who you are by default and just wants you to start providing some information. So I'm going to enter, this is a test faculty account that I'm using, so I will say facttest@ubishops.ca, and I'll click continue. After that, you're going to get to a screen where we have to fill in some additional information. This is very similar to how you'd set up an iPhone or an iPad. We just basically need to fill out the rest of these fields, and we're going to do that by typing in a domain, which is the word bishops. Now, in common Microsoft speak, that would be put in capital letters like this, and then a backslash, and then your username. So in this case, it's just facttest. The password for the account, so we'll enter that. And the server. And the server in this case is just webmail.ubishops.ca. So we click that, we click add, and you'll see that immediately your email starts to get populated. It asks if you want to add another account. We'll just click done, and you'll see right away that your messages are being populated. All your folders from the Bishop server will be added here, and you'll be on your way. By default, users on a Mac are not administrators of their computer. Normally, with the default apps installed by Bishops and with the apps available to you in SelfService, which don't require you to be an administrator to install, you should find that almost everything you need to use your Mac is already installed. If for some reason you would like to install a third-party piece of software and require administrator access, we do make this functionality available within SelfService. If you click on the SelfService icon and the SelfService App Store loads, one of the options in there will be Become an Administrator. If you click Activate on that, you'll see a little blurb about the importance of knowing what you're doing if you're going to be an administrator of the computer, and a reminder that you're going to need to log out of the Mac and back in again in order to have administrator access. So in this case, if I click Activate, it will execute this command, and as soon as it's done, it will pop up and say, we've now activated your account as an administrator. You need to log out and log back in again. So now I've done it. It disappears from SelfService. So I'm going to log out and log back in, and now I'll be an administrator. We in ITS hope that you enjoy the experience of using this Mac deployed to your office and managed by Bishops. If you have any problems, please don't hesitate to contact us by emailing helpdesk@ubishops.ca or calling extension 2273. When you speak to a help desk agent, make sure to tell them that you are one of the faculty members who now has a managed Mac in your office, and we will assist you with whatever the issue is.